Well, it's not really an update, chat. It's more like a fix to Fortnite in general. So it's not really an update, but it's still important. So we might as well play Inaba today, because it's important. It's not really an update, per se, but it's still technically an update in its own way, right? So, is it an update? Is it not an update? Who cares? It's technically an unofficial update. So it counts. So while Inaba may not be updated still, the Grapple Glove stayed in Inaba's loot pool during its final update. And this update, Epic went back and they fixed the Grapple Glove in Mutators. So finally, in Inaba, you can Grapple Glove swing anywhere on the map. How am I feeling today? Great. Absolutely great, because we were given the fix that we needed for updates after updates. They gave us the Grapple Glove, and they fixed it on Mutator Zones, and I could not be happier about it. So yeah, the Grapple Glove is still in Inaba because it was on its final update. And now that Epic has fixed Mutators, you can swing anywhere on the map again. So you can now swing around Shroomy, you can swing around Wooded, you can swing around Blissful. No matter where you are on the map, the Grapple Glove will now work. Among Us Battle Royale. Yeah, we're playing Party Royale while we wait for the stream to fill. But finally, after all this time, we can actually use the Grapple Glove. Thank God. Do I think this is the last season before Chapter 4? No. Personally, I think we might go back to Apollo next season. But I don't think next season will be Chapter 4. It's too early for Chapter 4 yet. Let's go Tilted, why not? But yeah, we're just kind of playing Team Rumble while we wait for the stream to fill up. Chat, I actually want to ask you guys a question regarding Reboot a Friend. So, the Reboot a Friend quests for the Reboot Rally are still here, and I am at 195 out of 200 for the glider, right? However, my Switch account, which is my Reboot a Friend account, actually hasn't done any of its storyline quests yet. So if I gain XP on that account by doing storyline quests, will that count towards this bottom challenge here for earning XP with an eligible friend in Battle Royale, Zero Build, Team Rumble, and Creative maps? Because currently I'm at 58k out of 250. But, like, if I can do challenges, wouldn't that go way quicker? So I kind of, like, I want to check that I can fix that. Man, it's the hacked P loading screen. Nah, Nebula, did you not complete all your vibing quests? Or, not vibing, resistance quests? At the end of Season 2? You gotta, to get that loading screen, you gotta complete all your resistance quests from, Season 2. So if you didn't complete them all, you're kind of an idiot, no offense. I'm pretty sure that I need to get all the XP. Ah, that's a shame. It's fine, that just means I can grind Team Rumble after the stream. But yeah, after this Team Rumble game, we'll start playing some Inaba with you guys. Is Scientist not dead? No, we can save them. Yeah, my challenges would work, except I've already done them all. So, you know, I don't think they would work. Oh god, zone's coming in. My name is Gustavo. Alright, that is a prime. I want to use the Eva Prime weapons because they have accolades. Yeah, they're not dead. We can just save them. But in order to save them, we have to save the island. Kind of like how Paradigm is also not dead. But Paradigm went into the 0 point, so, you know. Where's that wolf? There it is. Oh god. Could just be in a chrome state. You got the glider, took a really long time, but you're happy with it. Yeah, I don't have the glider yet. I'm literally 5 points away, and it's like, it's actual torture that I don't have it yet. But yeah, there's actually punch cards this season for evolving your chrome weapons, so I'd recommend doing that. Where the hell is Jones? Jones is on the island right now. He's doing the storyline quests with us. The storyline quests for this season are led by Jones and Amy. Foundation is consumed by the chrome. Also, Mikachu, no, the comics do align with the game. The comics are canon, and you need to accept it. Zero Walk is canon. Zero War happened, and you can cry about it. It is canon, it has canon status, and everyone needs to approve of it. Because if they don't approve of it, the storyline is not going to make sense in the near future. So, yeah, cry about it. So, yeah, Jones is on the island. If you guys really want me to tell you what the hell happened with that season, and what the heck happened with Zero War, allow me to explain. Geno and Imagine die, and they reform in a new reality. But that's not all. Oh, hi. So yeah, Geno and Imagine die, they reform in a new reality. And Jones and Foundation come back to the island. Foundation goes to the statue and is consumed by Chrome. Jones is the only member of the Seven, other than Paradigm, to not be consumed by Chrome. Yeah, Jones is a member of the Seven now, cry about it. Not officially, but, you know, might as well call him that at this point. So, yeah, Jones and Amy are just, you know, kind of vibing now, trying to get Scientist and the Seven back. So, yeah, in short, don't worry about the fact that Geno and, like, Foundation and Jones all went to the sub-reality, because they left it, like, 15 minutes after. Not even that, like, 5 seconds after, so there is literally no reason for you to care about what happened at the end of Collision. Okay, but why was Geno in the 0 point at the end of the event? Here's an idea, because they fell into it! The reason Geno is in the 0 point at the end of the event is because Imagined tackled him into it. And the 0 point decided to focus on Geno after they fell into the uncalibrated 0 point. Sorry, I get really heated about lore discussions. I'm like a scientist, but for lore. Who is Amy? Yeah, Amy is Scientist's, horny-ass AI PC computer thing. The robot from last season's story quests. But you probably didn't do them because nobody cares about them anymore, apparently. Because sweats don't tend to care about the storyline, so, you know. Amy, haha, L. You know, Amy is, like, really mad at Jones right now. Just for the fact that she's not with Scientist. And she is, like, now clinically depressed because she's not in the proximity of Scientist. And takes out her anger on everyone around her because she is not in close proximity to the Scientist. It is really funny. And why aren't Jones and Foundation going to fight them, like, at the end of the event? Because Geno is dead in their eyes. Mikachu, did you not study issue 5? I mean, to be fair, it's not even out yet, but it was leaked. But, like, okay. So, basically, I don't know if you studied this storyline, Mikachu, but if you touch the 0 point when it's uncalibrated, you die. Every atom of your body is spread across the universe. Like, every atom of your body is spread across the omniverse, rather. Every single atom goes to a different reality. A different universe. So, Imagined and Geno both fell into the 0 point. And Ooga Booga, you'll never guess what happens next. They touched an uncalibrated 0 point. So, in the eyes of both... Oh my god. Pikachu! Stop asking questions! Let me finish! Okay. So, they both touch that. And Foundation and Jones go into the 0 point to find out that Geno slowed the effects of the Discorporation that applied to both him and the Imagined when they touched the 0 point. Because, you know, Geno is Geno. He has plot armor. And because of that, Foundation and Jones claim everything from Geno's pocket reality that they went into. That is what we all assume it is anyway. Bruh, what is this sweat lobby? Can, like, you back off? Jesus. So yeah, Foundation and Jones witnessed Geno die, and within 15 seconds grab a bunch of tech from the reality, and they return to reality 0. And Geno and the Imagined fully, like, wither away into atoms across the universe at that point. However, once again, because Geno is Mr. Perfect, he reforms. He seems to have an ability to teleport throughout the Omniverse. And with that in mind, Geno was able to teleport all of his atoms into one specific universe, and he reforms. So Geno was basically split apart and came back together like superglue. So in short, Geno ain't dead. And that means Imagined probably isn't either. And considering the Imagined was on the island during Season 3, yeah. I'm going to imagine the Imagined went back through the 0 point and somehow made it back to Reality 0 after Zero War. But, yeah, Geno currently isn't in Reality 0. He's in a completely different reality, but he is alive. The most likely scenario right now is that he isn't in the same reality as Paradigm, because the reality numbers are differently aligned. Paradigm is in 659, and Geno is in, like, 6,000 and something, as far as I'm aware. How am I doing? Why is the sky blue? I have no idea. You kind of get it? It just seems like Geno is big armor boy. You know, Geno has plot armor. He quite literally does. But yeah, at this point, everyone might as well just pretend Geno wasn't at the end of Collision. Because there is literally no reason for him to be. Also, Geno is human. He is not some weird purple alien that, like, the 0 point portrayed him to be. Like, Geno is not an alien by any means. He is a human in armor. The reason he was portrayed like that is because he didn't have a model yet. And Epic didn't want to spoil his design. Also, yeah, you can tell Geno is also human because of the fact that, well, not only in Zero War is he literally displayed to be human, but, in Collision, as a placeholder with the Imagined and Gunner falling into the 0 point, they used Gunner as a placeholder for Geno. Gunner was actually killed by, Dr. Doom, supposedly. Because Dr. Doom hit him with a blast before betraying the IO in Issue 5. So yeah, Gunner died to Dr. Doom, but we don't actually see that. Sloane is canonically dead. And Geno did not die. Paradigm might die. I mean, Paradigm went into the 0 point. She's the only one of the 7 who survived. Other than Jones, but can you even call him a 7 member? It's up to you, really. Ouch. Yeah, Boogie Bombs are getting vaulted. I did get the Fire Raiders Revenge, that is true. You had to do for 50 MK damage and like 3 other quests. Yeah, no, Gunner is a placeholder model for Geno in Collision. Well, I got the XP, that's all I care about. We got shit on, but I don't care. The 8. It was technically the 7 for a while, because the Imagined died, but the Imagined came back to Reality 0. That was unseen, but that did happen. But that's just it. If the Imagined was in Reality 0, then I have to wonder if the 7 caught on to Geno still being alive. Or if they replaced her with a snapshot. Like, I don't know how to explain the Imagined. But, yeah. I can't quite explain the imagined quite yet. She's the only really thing I can't explain too well. Okay, so this is how much damage each weapon requires to upgrade for each Evachrome weapon. If you want to upgrade a green Evachrome to blue, you need to deal 250 damage. Blue to purple is 625. Purple to gold is 900. And gold to mythic is 1500. So if you want a mythic, you have to pop off. I gotta earn XP while my teammate's in the party. That's cringe. Whatever, let's set our party public. Let's set it to Inaba. We guys gotta play some Inaba. We gotta play with the grapple glove. Mikachu, I don't understand what is wrong with you. None of them are part of the 7. Amy is the 7's suit AI, so she's not really a member. Meowscles isn't one. Singularity is an IO agent. Other Paradigm is just Paradigm. And what the hell? Why Brutus? I'm so confused. The Fortnite lore is getting more complicated than the FNAF lore. Yes, but if you study it, you can stay on top of it. Like me. I stay on top of the lore because I study it. Does Inaba have XP? No. It can gain XP if it ever got a stable player base, but I don't think it ever will again. It had XP for very limited times. Bruh. I need to mute. There you go. Voice volume off. Dude, I am kind of, like, upset, though, that all of the Molten Renegade Raider stuff, or, like, the Renegade Blaze set, or Renegade Flame set, whatever it is, isn't Lava Series right now. Epic, please fix that. It is so bothersome. I mean, like, Molten Cresta keeps a pretty good backbling for Ragnarok, let's be real. But, being honest, Feathered Flames are not a good backbling for Molten Ragnarok. They aren't. These are not a good Ragnarok backbling. I mean, they're okay, but they're just not good for him. He's better off using Molten Battle Shroud. You got College Royce, so you can't join tonight, but the Fire Raiders Revenge pick is going to be the best pickaxe in a long time. I disagree. Is Dr. Sloan part of the 7? Mikachu, I swear to God. You know, they're gonna correct this rarity, probably. Same for the wrap. The wrap is meant to be Lava Series 2, as far as I'm aware. They'll correct its rarity at some point. That being said, Red Hot Revenge is definitely the best Lava Series pickaxe in the game, even though it's not Lava Series. Because you got Molten Strikers, which kind of suck, no offense. And then you got the Sulfuric Street Shrine. Which... Is this even Lava Series? How is this Lava Series? I mean, I get how, but like... There's nothing really lava about it. It's just a fiery color scheme. It's kind of whack. Anyway, I'm gonna start inviting random people. Because I can. Because we're playing some Inaba today. Tegnerd will be like, is Foundation part of the 7? Yes! Oh boy, you guys can just ask me 1,000,001 storyline questions and I will tell you everything I can. Oh man, it's kinda tired. You gotta join your PS4? Go ahead. Hey look, it's the funny block man. It's the man who got on the block. Let's see here. Creeping can have an invite. Holden can have an invite. Dennis can have an invite. Jack the Lad can have an invite. I'm basically just inviting every single person I can find. That, like, I know has, like, the possibility of joining. If you miss out on something, you'll just tell me something in the future. You'll get everything for free, even though that is impossible. Oh, the misery? Yes. Is the origin part of the 7? Yes. Oh my god. Guys, if you want to know who's a member of the 7, let me show you. Because I have all of them here. Paradigm is part of the 7. Foundation is part of the 7. Imagined is part of the 7. The Origin is part of the 7. The Scientist is part of the 7. The Visitor is part of the 7. The Paradigm is part of the 7. Both are the same character, so technically it's still 1. The Order is part of the 7. And Jones is not part of the 7, but he is here because he is a 7 agent. That is, the explanation, I guess, for the 7, in a nutshell. I get heated over lore. What does IO stand for? Imagined Order. Is Peely a part of the 7? No, he's a member of the Resistance. Peely is a member of the Resistance. Bro, why at Team Rumble? No. There we go. Peely is a member of the Resistance. Apparently you can block with melee now. Which is, you know, interesting. Is your mum part of the 7? How did I update the map? I didn't. Epic did. Epic didn't even update the map either. They just kind of updated the grapple glove to make it work with mutator zones. So Epic technically didn't update Inaba, and neither did I. They fixed the bug that fixes a bug in Inaba. Imagine not being a lore nerd. Ayo. Renegade Raider is a part of the zone. Aww. You guys really know how to get on my nerves. Okay. Moving past the 7 discussion, can we just talk about one other thing that is incredibly important that I am requesting your assistance for? Chat, do you want to see the grapple glove in Inaba late game? Keep in mind, we cannot change the grapple glove in Inaba late game to have... Is the imagined part of the last... I'm not even going to start asking your questions. I'm not even going to answer your questions anymore. I'm just going to make a chat poll and move on with my life. Alright, I'm going to create a poll. Do we add the grapple glove Creamy yelling to keep it out? Yeah, I know, but I'm doing another poll. Smile. So many sweats are just like, no. Yeah, it's been a while since we played core Inaba, hasn't it? It's all been Inaba late game as of late. Creamy and Mansions, why no? I did make a poll yesterday, but I also want Stream's opinions on it. Like, I feel like I have a more casual audience, which is why they want the grapple glove in late game. But I don't know at the same time. That is true. The grappler is in there, but Creamy, we have to update Inaba late game to include weapons from the new season when they come out. Once we get the Evachrome weapons in Inaba late game, we're probably going to be adding those in, along with the lever action to replace the auto, that kind of stuff. We'll likely keep the charge shotgun. We're probably going to remove... no, we'll probably keep the pump. We'll remove the auto and replace it with a lever action. What was our fourth shotgun? It was the prime. Yeah. We'll probably just change the auto to the lever action. And we'll likely change the suppressed assault to a ranger, because the ranger's still in the loot pool. So, like, I'm trying to make it a hybrid of custom loot and a hybrid of the current loot pool. Yep, all of the sweaty kids are just like, no, don't add it to late game. Please don't. Please don't. Everybody else, yes, please do. And I'm like torn about it. Because, like, I want to, obviously. I would love to. But at the same time, it's a, like, it is a sweat map. So I don't know if I should listen to the sweats more. Like, I am actually kind of torn on whether we should add the grapple glove to Inaba late game. Yeah, the auto will very likely be replaced with the lever action. As for the SMGs, the Stinger will be replaced with a rapid fire. I know there's only 2 SMGs in core BR right now, but I'm gonna keep the Pest Dispenser in. Shot cannon to Inaba? I wish. Dude, it feels so weird to be playing this version of Inaba again after late game, but honestly, I'm down for it. Like, we haven't played core Inaba in a hot minute. Because we haven't been able to update it, but, like, it's still a fun map, don't get me wrong. Like, I still really love to play Inaba every now and then with you guys. It's just that we can't really update it anymore. And because we can't update it, there's just a lot of stuff with the map that we just can't do. Like, I can't update the loot pool, so it's permanently stuck with items like the pumpkin launcher, because we can't update the loot pool anymore. So, we're lucky, to say the least, that the grapple glove is back in Inaba. We are lucky with that. The stupid crystal llama is still here too. The jewel is still in the loot pool. Just don't ask me why. Well, no, I know why. It's because it's part of Inaba's mechanics. The Midas flopper is also still in the loot pool. But it doesn't do anything useful. Because the item is buggy, as all hell. People are so mad about adding the grapple glove, bruh. Why do you guys hate the grapple glove so much? Like, I know you guys are like the competitive sweat players in our community, but like, why do you guys hate the grapple glove? Is there like a specific reason why you guys don't like it? Because I'm afraid I don't really understand. Since I'm not a competitive player, I don't understand it. Like what's the reason why you guys hate it so much? Because, like, I want to try and appeal to everyone. I'm not climbing this, you're climbing this. That somehow worked. Yeah, I don't need the org. Combat, I'll take the scar. Okay, I can't really minimize the poll. There we go. You hate the jewel? Inaba is now a null zone. When are we making a new map? Late game Inaba. That is new map. Shroomy got poisoned. That is true. Because they sweat and lose their getaway. Rip Shroomy, easy rotation. Problem is you can break the grapple glove rope. You can break the rope on the grapple gloves, which is why it is, I'd say, more balanced than a grappler. It's also harder to use. It is, like, it's harder to use than the regular grappler is. Because the regular grappler is a lot more straightforward. Whereas the grapple glove is a lot more complex. Onto, like, how its movement works. Ah, yes, MP5. If you haven't found a grapple glove, by the way... Oh, hey, speak of the devil. We found one. They are in chests. They're just, you know, rare. But you can buy them from the vending machine at Temple Peely or Deserted Temple. So you can find the grapple glove in vending machines over in the desert. There is the one over at Temple Peely that sells them. I should add zombies to late game, can't afford them, and I'm not going to do that. Distorted, I am not going to make late game Inaba chaotic. It's meant to be a competitive version of Inaba. It's basically an arena practice map. I would never add zombies, wildlife, or henchmen. Maybe henchmen if I could, like, add henchmen. If I could afford henchmen, I would add them to Outpost only. I wouldn't add survivors. I would just add hostile henchmen to Outpost. Because henchmen are an arena. But I don't think I would add them anyway. Because I can't afford them. So zombies are a definite no, and wildlife is also a no. Wildlife was removed from arena because people hate them. You'll join back? Okay, but why are you using caps? That's my question. Hey, Senny, how's it going? Yeah, we're kind of just playing Inaba right now. Once again, definitive proof you can finally grapple in Inaba. You can finally grapple at POIs. Thank God, honestly. This was an issue for so long. Like, I can do this now at Blissful. I've been waiting for this day. The day where I can grapple under Blissful's bridge. I have been waiting for this day. More than anything else ever. Yeah, once again, we're not going to be updating core Inaba ever again. But Inaba late game, sure. Here's a crossbow. I don't know if Nemesis is still alive. It is a very fire combo, agreed. Okay, but have you considered? No. Oh, there's so many people with grapple gloves. Oh god, there's so many. I only have a blue pump. Who am I fighting? I think I'm fighting Mansions. Spike trap. Those are in the loophole. What? Ah, GG Mansions. Just got hit. Hey. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm really happy about the grapple glove fix. Thank you for asking. How are you? Wanted you join? Go ahead, Ace. It's up to you. If you want to join in, go ahead. We're playing Inaba, the core version, not late game. So it is completely up to you. Look, he's got the glider, the molten glider. That would look really good with Roast Lord, actually. Like Molten Rust Lord, that would look really good with him. You're doing good? Good, good. Whoever made that pile, throw your pet into a wood chipper? What pun? What pun are you on about? Let's send an Ace Grenade, another invite. And you wanted to join, right, Ace? Hold up. I'm just flicking through. I don't know if you're online, but... Figured I'd flick through anyway. But yeah, Molten Raider's Revenge I definitely think is the best Molten pickaxe in the game. Or Red Hot Revenge is what it's called. Yeah, that's always going to be an issue with that item. Yeah, to keep that in mind. Those items don't work. They only work on core terrain. Yeah, you kind of just lost your pizza party. Sorry, man. Fire combo, good say goodbye to Fido. I'm your favorite YouTube. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Even though you quite literally just got here yesterday. Are we going to be playing late game tonight? No idea. There's no grapple gloves in late game, so probably not. But yeah, I definitely think Red Hot Revenge is the best Molten Series pickaxe. Or Lava Series pickaxe. The best, it's not even Lava Series. So right now it's Sulfuric Street Shine, just for the fact that the other one kind of sucks. They both suck. But when they correct the rarity, it will be way better. Like, this will be the best Lava Series pickaxe in the game. The best Lava Series glider, once they fix the rarity, will probably be... it'll still be Lava Wing. I don't think that will change. I'm also trying to think. Wraps. There's 3 Lava Series wraps. And once again, I think Blaze has the best one. The one from this thing. Whatever you want to call it. This Rebooter Friend. Yeah, it's probably... I'm pretty sure all of this is the best Lava Series set in the game right now. Besides the glider. Is this my last stream of the week? I don't know if I'll be streaming Friday. I usually stream on Fridays. But Friday I have something important to do, so I don't know if I will. I probably won't stream Saturday. And if I do stream this week again, it'll either be tomorrow or Sunday, probably. It's all good, Ace. I'm pretty much grinding levels too. You think you're the glider? You're gonna be honest. It's only worth grinding if you're a collector. The pickaxe is the best of it all. Agreed. Someone probably invited them. I don't think they're on my friends list either. Jesus, mentions. Chill. Pikachu gonna go off on mansions again? Watch. For the best Lava Series skin, though, I don't know. I personally say Roast Lord, because Roast Lord is my favorite. But, like, there's definitely a worst, but I don't think there's a definitive best. I mean, we'll go back to lobby after this game, so we'll take a look at then, I suppose. You know, I don't have the glider. I can get my Switch account online, though, so that they can gain, like, Creative Playtime XP. But I don't know if they'll gain it while I'm, like, you know, in the party or whatnot. Managed to get to level 40 without buying any tiers. Good on you, I guess. Blaze is nice, but you hate the back of it. That's why you're on Red Shield. I actually really like the back of the Blaze skin. I actually think the back of Molten Renegade is really nice. Incinerator Kuno is definitely not the worst. Molten Valkyrie is the worst, by far. Molten Valkyrie is by far the worst. What if I just start replacing everything in Inaba with Chrome? Yeah, not gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. You have to leave in 20 minutes? All good, man. You're level 62 at the moment? I am level 139 at the moment. What is this? Day 3 and I'm already, like, pretty much completed with the battle pass for now. I legit just need 5 battle stars and I get Lennox's overtime variant. Whatever you want to call it. What is my favorite combo this season? I have no idea. I'm not really, like, a skin combo artist. I obviously run skin combos, but, like, I don't memorize them. New map is rumored for next season. It could be, but I don't think it'll be Chapter 4. Personally, I think, it will end up being Apollo again. I know everyone's calling them Asteria right now. I just don't really think Chapter 4 will be the next season. I really don't. Bro, do I have an alarm that goes off at 9 AM every day, or 9 PM every day to tell me to stream? Bruh, I do. Turn that off. No, get that off. I don't want to stream at 11 PM every day. Or like 9 PM every day. Whack. Yeah, you can't mantle over that for some reason. You have to jump over it with a sprint jump. What's Apollo? Chapter 2 island. The Chapter 2 map is Apollo. Artemis is the Chapter 3 map. And Athena is the Chapter 1 map. Alright, let's return to the lobby. So that we can have everybody requeue properly. And I guess we'll go over all the lava series stuff. The key to unlocking a lock is a key. Thank you, Fortnite. Very cool. Who's gonna win? What do you mean who's gonna win? I have no idea. Hey, look at all these guys. We got a lot of people here. Sweet. But yeah, as you can see, Bubblegum Punk version of Lennox Rose is the last bonus reward you get before you move on to super variants. Which, you know, I don't have. Because they unlock in 16 days. And I'm literally 5 battle stars away. So, you know. It's been a ride, to say the least. Yeah, if we go over all the Molten skins. Worst is definitely Molten Valkyrie. I cannot stand this outfit for the life of me. I do not like it at all. Molten Valkyrie kind of sucks, and I'm going to stand by that. You just loaded in? Rip. If it flips again, you'll be pissed. What, because of the Chapter 2 map? I mean, I'm curious to see what happened to that map. I mean, Incinerator Kuno is fine. Like, it's not my favorite, but it's fine, I guess. Tectonic Complex is... It's the odd one out. It's definitely the odd one out. Yes, that is true, Creamy. That is true. Blaze is definitely good, but, you know, it's not my favorite. Like, I think my favorite 3 are probably Roast Lord being number 1, Ragnarok number 2, and Battlehound number 3. Maybe I'll run Battlehound. Because I've already ran Roast Lord, so I'll run Battlehound. How many skins do I have? 852. That is how many. I don't know what backbling to run, though. Because, like, there's a ton of different backlings I can run with Battlehound. You know, including a zone. You know, I'll run for the flames. Because I don't think I've ever actually really used them. So, I'll use them. Blaze is best lava. Most sweats will say that, though, because it's Renegade Raider. But yeah, no, I have 852 skins, as of right now. Best skin in Fortnite is Glow. I disagree with you. I mean, I have Glow, wherever she is. There she is. I completely disagree with you. She is good, but she's definitely not the best. I mean, I like how Renegade Raider has, like, what, 4 reskins already? You've got the Ice version. You've got the Lava version. You've got Gingerbread Raider, being the Gingerbread Christmas version. And then you got Skeletara, being the Halloween version. There are 4 different reskins of Renegade Raider in the game right now. Technically meaning that there's 6 variations of the skin, considering that this, the original Renegade has 2 edit styles. Why do I keep labeling you as a sweat? Because you are, Mansions. Your entire content is literally focused around sweating. Huh. Why are Inferno, Ruin, and Ember not Molten series? Because they aren't, like, Molten reskins. Inferno I can see definitely being Molten series in the future. But Ember wouldn't be, and neither would Ruin. Neither would the Prisoner. But yes, definitely in the future I can see, possibly them correcting Inferno to be part of it. I mean, this is kind of a sweet combo already. But, like, I mean, I don't really like how this is the back bling that they chose for Molten Ragnarok. Like, Feathered Flames? What even is this back bling, dude? Like, this is, no offense, this is like the worst possible back bling you could have given to Molten Ragnarok. It doesn't suit him in the slightest. You could have given him, his cape. He literally has a back bling. Why didn't you make that? It would have been better than Omen's one. Ruin is just lava? Yeah, he's not really a lava reskin. Meowskulls is definitely not the best Battle Pass skin. I'm gonna be honest. The only reason people are so angry and saying that the best Battle Pass skin this season is Meowskulls and Spider-Gwen is because they're salty that Paradigm is Brie Larson and not Singularity. And it's disgusting, honestly, that people think that way. But I have to land Wooded again? Whack. I do have a POI idea for Mini BR4 that has popped up into my mind. And it's going to be called Quartz Quarry. It's the only POI idea for Mini BR4 that I actually have right now. But there will very likely be a return of an old POI or two as well. I'll tell you, there'll probably be a return of a POI from Inaba and Aether, probably. Not really Orpheus. Orpheus didn't really have a POI that needed to come back. But, you know. The lava. You don't care about Brie Larson's Paradigm, you just really like Meowskull. You're a furry, you're a furry, you're a furry. I'm kidding. I feel like only furries like Meowskulls, though, but, you know. Some people just like the drip, and honestly, I respect it. Also, no, screw you, I'm not going Wooded Wells twice in a row. You know, a lot of people are really upset that Brie Larson is Paradigm, and it does suck that that is the case. Like, guys, just, you gotta accept the fact and move on, you know? I know that you guys idolized the theory that Paradigm and Singularity were the same character, And now it's confirmed that they're not. But, you know, people just kind of got to get over it, you know? Like, I was a firm believer that they were the same character for the longest time, too, but, you know, you don't really see me complaining. Because that just opens up a lot more lore and potential for singularity as well. Because it means that her lore isn't bound specifically to Paradigm. Like, it opens up a lot more lore for singularity. That being said, her current lore is very basic and boring. The fact that she's just like a generic high-ranking IO agent. Your friend's about to watch the stream with you? Fair enough. Why is the deagle in the loot pool? Because it is? Question mark. The deagle's allowed to be in the loot pool. Any weapon's allowed to be in the loot pool. What do I think is going to happen next in the Fortnite storyline? Herald is called Herald for a reason. Herald means messenger. She serves someone, and that someone is very likely the Cube Queen. Obviously, I'm not going to confirm or deny that, because I don't know the answer. I mean, the most obvious thing is that the Nothing is coming, right? Like, we know that it's going to be related to the Nothing. As, like, a new faction. But the Nothing could have ties to the Last Reality. I don't really know. But it's probably something to do with, the Cube Queen. In my opinion. It's not allowed. Yes, it is, Ace. You can cry about it. What did the deagle ever do to you? Nom. Nom. You know the answer to the Herald thing? Mikachu, I don't trust your leaker in the slightest. I don't trust a word that your leaker has said. Because I feel like he just grabs information from Twitter, posts it to you, and says he made it up. Or like, I've got this from Epic Games, I'm an insider. When in reality, he probably just stole it from Twitter. Most people's personal leakers quite literally just steal things from Twitter. And it's kind of whack. In my personal opinion. That's another heal remote, didn't really need that. I didn't realize that thing had that big of an explosion radius. Jesus Christ. It's quite the large explosion radius, huh? Great. Because I totally wanted that to happen. You know, I need to get out of here. I can't, we're too far from zone, so I can't really take an opportunity to kill those henchmen. Because you know them personally and they have relations with Epic? Well, I don't trust you, Smile. And I don't trust your leaker either. Do I have a new AR in the loot pool? The chrome weapons aren't in creative, so we can't add them yet. I will add them to late game, though. They'll be added to Inaba late game in the future. They will not be added to this version, because we cannot add anything to this version anymore. Like, this is the core BR mode, and we can't add anything more to this core BR mode. It's unfortunate, but it is sadly the case. There we go, get a new heal remote. Okay, we have a desert zone. Mika being rejected right now? On God. Yeah, the memory on this version of the map is too high for us to add anything to it, sadly. But we can update the late game version. We just can't update this version anymore. So, quite literally, the Grapple Glove fix is probably the last update I'll ever have, like, officially. And even then, it wasn't even an official update, it was just a bug fix from Epic. But there's, like, no other bugs with this version of the map that I can think of, so... I've got the speed boost, which makes you cracked out of your mind, by the way. Do I think I'm gonna win? No. Not in this lobby of sweats. I'll hire that survivor. Railgun won't be too useful. Grapple bow is better. That is an upgrade to my SMG. Also, I have not seen a single assault rifle this game. I don't know where they are. Like, where are the assault rifles? I don't understand. Also, you can apparently now block with melee weapons, which is really, really nice. Meaning if that is a setting that is not currently enabled with them, we will probably add them to Food Fight and Climate Clash. I don't need Raz's explosive bow. I'm being rushed. Yep. Mansions, what the hell? He's literally a sweat. I'm telling you. Look at him. He's even emoting. Mansions, you're a sweat. You know you're a sweat. Don't deny it. Don't deny it. You're a sweat and you know it. If you're a sweat and you know it, clap your hands. It's all good, don't worry. What the fuck? But yeah, how was everybody's day? Also, let's finally end that poll. Poll results, 28 votes of you voted. 89% of people, practically 90% of people, 9 out of 10 people in the stream want the Grapple Glove in late game. So, that's 2 polls where it was an overwhelming yes. So, Creamy, I'm gonna have to make you cry. It seems like the Grapple Glove is gonna have to be added to Inaba late game. Smile. I said a cuss word? Yeah, I say them kind of a lot. I'm not the most family-friendly YouTuber on the planet. I kind of just adapted to not have a filter anymore. I mean, some people out there actually kind of find that funny. Like, you got, like, top-tier YouTubers like Markiplier who say stuff like that. And people love them. So, you know, it doesn't really matter too much. Jesus, look at Mansions. Man's like, I'm not a sweat. Look at his gameplay. I mean, yeah, Mansions. The fact that you're building that fast is kind of concerning. How many players are remaining anyway? 2. There's literally 1 guy left. Where is he? It's Optics, and he's kind of at Blissful. You got this, Optics. I believe you will beat Mansions. It's fine. You got this. But yeah. So how's everybody's day? Also, bro, what is this theme that's playing? Phoenix Wright Justice for All OST? Whack. Justice for All's got one of the weakest soundtracks in that series. Hold on. No, we've already had that. There you go. Psych, that's the wrong number. What? I'm so confused. Bruh. Can we, like, fight? Guys, can we, like, fight? Please? Thank you. Man for real goes for the trick shot. You like turtles? I mean, okay. The best possible, unless you can play with me in the stream. I mean, the stream is like, it's matchmaking, it's public matchmaking. You can play on the game. Mansions. Trick shots are the most boring and useless thing ever. I don't know why people try and do them so much. Your weapon isn't even reloaded. Is Chrome phasing even in Arena? They blew themselves up. Guys, how much do you want to bet that the Arena wrap for this season will just be like melty gold, but like chrome? It's for YouTube clout? I don't... What? What is for YouTube clout? I have visible and audible confusion. We'll probably stream for about 40 more minutes. He says he's not a sweat. On God. Hey, Munchie, how's it going? But we'll use Blaze for once in our life. You swear Mansions wins every game? I mean, what else isn't there? You stole your mum's cereal and she grounded you? I wonder why. Rip. I don't even know what's like in my recents. I mean, yeah, they got like a melee category here. I don't have anything in this category. I wish. I got the pit in here because I used it for XP grinding. Late game Inaba in here. Yeah. Mustard's 100 player test from his video yesterday is here. You can just see the giant foundation statue. Rip Mikachu. Alright, you guys wanted to see Adam's drop, I'll check it for you. It is annoying, but, you know, I don't know why it's not loading up. It's a pretty bad shop, as far as I remember. Like, the item shop's pretty bad. Aura, Guild, Gut Bomb, Hot House, the Fish Stick Bundle, Dreamer, Payback, Recon Ranger. Dreamer's good. Smooth Moves, Full Tilt, Gold Digger, Finger Guns, Naomi Osaka, the Wu Wear set, and that's it. It's a pretty bad shop, in my opinion. I'd say Dreamer is probably the highlight. I guess people just don't want to play. That's fine too. I mean, I don't even know if we can play, like, Inaba with this, like, little amount of players. I mean, we can play with 4, but, like, there won't be any kills or fights. You know, scrap that. Because there won't be any kills or fights. So there's, like, no point playing Inaba with that little amount of people. We'll switch it to late game. Because in late game, there will actually be stuff to do. Whereas in regular Inaba, you need like 6 or 7 people if you actually want to play regular Inaba. Mansions scared them. Yeah, no kidding. I just think there is an overwhelming amount of toxicity towards sweats in this game. In my personal opinion. Oh, wait, what set is Renegade Raider even from? Hold on. Make it public? It is public. My party is public. It's been public. Because I'm pretty sure Rustlord is from the same set as Renegade Raider, if I remember correctly. Storm Scavenger set. Yeah. He is. Roastlord and Rustlord, or whatever, is the, he is the male counterpart to Renegade Raider. Aerial Assault Trooper is kind of whack. You know, Renegade Raider and Rustlord are the male and female counterpart to each other. So I think it's kind of cool that they both have Molten variants. Hello, DD. Yeah, Renegade Flame set is Molten Renegade, and Magma Masters includes Roastlord. But Roastlord is part of Renegade's set, so it makes complete sense to use the Molten Renegade stuff, or like Blazes stuff from like the Renegade Flame set with Roastlord, because they technically do go with him as well. It's on friend? Yeah, because there's no public option. There's no public option anymore. It's friends and invite only. Epic removed public for some stupid reason. We're just using swords in your games glitching? Fair enough. I mean, swords are a little buggy. They are a beta device, so it's understandable. Just a reminder that unlike Inaba late game never disables matchmaking. So you can play late game Inaba for eternity, and you will always have players. Ooh. I don't know if I want a legendary auto. But yeah, we will be updating the late game Inaba loot pool somewhat soon. Likely to include the grapple glove, even though, you know, 30 shots is a lot. We just can't limit it to 10, sadly. I mean, I can ask Epic to give us the arena variant of it, but I don't know if we'll get it, like, anytime soon. Because we can't lower its shots down to 10. I mean, I can, like, try and put it into the item granter with only 10 shots, but I'm pretty sure it'll still have 30 when people give it. When, like, you get given it by the item granters. Hello, Imagined. How do you do? Oh, and Sweat Dog. Hi, Sweat Dog. Yeet. Don't cone my launch pad, you peasant. Alright, there we go. You can still do public, just scroll down more, can you? I mean, I'll investigate that in a minute, but Hold on. Yeah, no, it is public. It is public. I just don't have looking for party on because I think looking for party is stupid. That's mansions. Yep. Item places keep the amount. Yeah, but item places can't grant items to you. So, there will be no point. Because you just can't grant the items. Alright, all good, man. I'm just gonna suggest to Epic to give us the arena version of Grapple gloves. I just suggested to Epic to give us a grapple glove with 10 shots. Now your entire house is glitching? Whack. You almost got him? Yeah. That sounds like a sweat thing, though. Also, I'm pretty sure we actually have a person playing. Oh, we did have someone in game channel. Meaning that we had someone in the party who just joined kind of out of nowhere. Yeah, friendly reminder that Inaba late game supports up to 40 players. If we wanted to, like, completely chat, if we wanted to, we could make it 60. We could even make it 100 if we wanted. But we're never gonna make it 100 because 100 player creative lobbies are laggy as all hell. And 60 player lobbies, I feel like 60 players in that, like, I guess, short zone probably would be a little laggy as well. Yeah, now I have an advantage. Because I took all his mats. Got to reload my flint now. Bro, my aim with an AR sucks. It's dookie. You ain't boogie bombing me, bro. Not today. Not today. Is this mansions? Probably. No, it's not. I don't know who that is. Oh. Well, GG. Haha. You got one pumped? Ayo. GG. So I think I'm gonna win? Nah, I didn't win. Oh, we got a Caldera zone. I think Caldera is one of the laggiest zones, probably, in late game. Inaba might be the laggiest zone in late game. But yeah, up to 40 people can play at a time. So if it ever goes into recently released or Epic's picks, we will very likely play it for a full week. I mean, it'll be a while before it gets into Epic's picks, because as far as I'm aware, Spiral Royale hasn't even been in there yet. I don't even know if they've looked for Epic's picks. I'm bad. I am bad. I'm not a competitive player by any means. Rip. Prime shotgun kind of bad. Well, the prime shotgun is in the loophole right now, so no matter what happens, I'm probably not going to vault it in this version. Like, I know I'm kind of trash, but, you know. Just kind of the way it is. I am always going to be bad at this game. Just the way it's going to be. I don't spend all my time cranking 90s. I spend my time building maps. Like, I can hold my own in a fight, just not, like, win them most of the time. You recently made a BR that is no longer playable since you can't delete or place anything, and you originally had seasons planned, but you want to continue the map. What's good inspiration? Well, first of all, it's more of can you update it or not? Because if you can't, then literally just make a duplicate version or something and make like a twist on the map so you don't have to waste it all. Like that's the whole reason. The swords, bruh. The whole reason that Inaba late game exists is because we didn't want to just throw away Inaba's map. We still wanted to kind of play Inaba and still be able to update it without having to like destroy everything it was. So that's the whole reason late game Inaba exists. No, the memory killed it. Yeah, in that case, make a duplicate version, and just kind of make like either a late game version or a Team Rumble version or like a 50v50 version. Like, kind of just make like a fun LTM mode version, like one that's like a completely like twist on the original. Yeah, make a twist on the original. That's my advice to you. What did I get from that? Scar. I'll take it. Jesus, okay. I'm not good with a hand cannon if it's not very clear to you. My problem is kind of like my reaction time. I don't have a good reaction time. Bruh, Mansion's already sweating his balls off. That could be useful. So could that harpoon. Oh god, he's above. Okay. Porta bunker, my beloved. Cry about it. Cry about it. Come in my bunker. You want to. You know you want to come in my bunker. I ain't leaving this spot. Come on, come in my bunker. Fun fact, did you know my bunker has doors? Because I sure didn't. Where the hell is my door? I didn't realize these things had doors on them. But, you know, I guess they do. And I guess I fell down. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead here. Unless I can somehow, like, work miracles. But I don't think... Yeah, no, I'm pretty much dead here. I didn't know the thing had doors. You don't know why he goes for trick shots? Because he's a sweat. All sweats go for trick shots because it makes them look cool. At least in their opinion. I don't really think it makes anyone look cool, to be honest. As a matter of fact, I kind of make fun of Pyro for doing it. Add porta forts? There's a reason we can't. The reason the porta fort isn't added is because it destroys flooring. It will destroy flooring on the map, allowing you to get under the terrain. Porta forts were in Inaba for a while, but we had to remove them, like, pretty much immediately. And porta forts are never coming back either. There will be no return for porta forts, sadly. Okay, an MK seems kind of useful. That's a prime. It's better than an auto, by all means. Hey guys, do you like my cover? Watch. Hey, here comes Manjin's gonna sweat his balls off to try and win yet another round. Yep, here he comes, gonna try and kill me so he can win, and then he's gonna emote because it'll be funny. Certified Mansions moment. Is the pool POI still in? Yes. Blissful Bow's pool is still a thing. I don't know if the pool is in Blissful's zone. I might actually adjust to the zone for Blissful next update. Because as far as I'm aware, the thingy building, whatever you want to call it, the whatchamacallit building, I forget the name of it. The, what's it called? The storage building, as far as I know, isn't in Blissful's zone, for some reason. Yeah, Aqua, that's not gonna happen. Inaba's done. I'm, like, apart from late game Inaba, Inaba's done. It's not coming back. I'm not updating it anymore. I'm not blowing up half of Inaba with a meteor. That's not gonna happen. I'm too happy with Inaba to change it. I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care if that means I'm stubborn or what. I'm keeping it in the game. Oh, you want to make a new map? Okay. Okay, ideas for your new map. I'm trying to think. Ideas for a new map. Just kind of take inspiration from stuff you've been into recently. And, like, take inspiration from that. Like, for example, one of the POIs I wanted to add a lot, I really badly wanted to add into MiniBR4 is a chemical plant. I don't know what I was gonna call it. I was probably gonna call it, like, chemical catastrophe or something. Or, like, chemical calamity or something. I have no idea what I'd call it. But, like, I wanted to add a chemical plant. I wanted to add a quarry as well. Like, a deep pit of, like, ores and caves and mine shafts and stuff. So kind of like imagine Shifty Shafts, but it goes really deep underground. So I've wanted to add something like that for a while. So that will probably be in BR4. So yeah, Quartz Quarry and, like, Chemical Collision, or whatever it's going to be called. Chemical Chaos, I don't know what the hell I'm going to call it. But a quarry and a chemical plant are both on my to-do list for Mini BR4. And then, the lab from, or like, just another POI called the lab. Possibly from Aether, and Wooded Wells would probably come back. Just because with Wooded Wells, I feel like there's a, like, I might actually be able to change it this time. To kind of expand it, you know? Or maybe, like, even change, some of its layout, in a way. And I feel like Wooded Wells is a very enjoyable POI for everyone. Like, a lot of people really like Wooded Wells. So I'm gonna try my best to keep Wooded in the game. For as long as I can. How much you guys want to bet Mansions is, once again, going to win yet another round? I think he gave up. I think he gave up. I don't know why or how. Perhaps he had to go or something. Mansions, are you okay? Is he okay? I don't know. Something didn't seem quite right about that. Yeah, still, this is still the best zone. You're getting minus points? That's because of the bus fare. As far as I know, the value at the top, where it says like -5 on my scoreboard, is the points I've earned this round, and total, which is visible on the career tab, is your current, like, total point score. You just think you deserve the win? Bruh. You're throwing, you don't throw games. Yeah, she's sniping at me now. It spawned you in the storm? How? The teleporter wouldn't have spawned you in the storm. The teleporter puts everyone at the same spot. I don't know how that teleported you into the storm. That shouldn't be possible. That's never happened to anyone before. Okay, they're in the roof right now of that building. They're in the roof of complex. Ow. Don't question it. Ah, yes, I love hearing the voices of a dead person on my radio. What? What? No, what? What is that? I don't recall adding a crane to Inaba. Where did that come from? I don't recall adding a crane to this map. What? I'm so confused, huh? Inaba never had a crane. What was that? What? I'm gonna go and investigate that. That shouldn't be there. There has never been a crane in this map before. What is that? Hold on. Hold on a minute. That isn't quite right. Something ain't quite right there. I'm gonna investigate that. I don't know what that was. That was interesting. Let's see what that was. I've never seen that in my life. Why is there just a random crane tile here? What? Huh? Let me change back bling. Bruh, stop lagging. Oh god, stop lagging. Alright, there we go. Give me my molten battle trap. There we go. Seasons leading to this one at the pyramid that was destroyed by the space car, then the map. What? I don't have any context. Also, what do you mean? I fixed my back bling. What is this? That's Inaba 50v50. That doesn't even exist. You saw nothing. You saw nothing, chat. You witnessed nothing. Okay, now my backbling corrected itself. Creative playtime XP, my beloved. That's weird, though. I'm gonna investigate that, whatever that crane thing was. That's new to me. Wait, Fortnite vaulted tents? Apparently, Epic vaulted tents this season. Really? That's interesting. I didn't expect that. Okay. I'm curious about that crane. Where did that come from? Building to prop is off. This is a build structure. As far as I'm aware, this is a proper structure. What? Where did this come from? What? Huh? What? Well, where did this thing come from? I don't get it. I mean, I'm not... What? And what about this one? Where did this come from? What the heck? Epic. Would you care to explain? What is any of that? Where did those come from? Is there any other just random floating props around this POI? I'm so confused. What? Where did those come from? I mean, I'm not opposed to adding a crane to Outpost, but like, what the heck? I mean, like, I'm totally cool adding a crane to the Outpost. I honestly am down to do that. Like, adding it, like, to this corner, like, over here or something. Like, I'm completely down to add a crane right here. But, like, what? I'm so confused. I've never seen that before. Where did that come from? Like, that just kind of showed up out of nowhere with no context, and I don't understand how or why. I mean, yeah, a lot of cranes, sure. Cranes are cool. I mean, how else are they meant to pick up all these shipping containers? I mean, I don't need that one. That one needs to be replaced with this one. But, like, what? I don't understand where that came from, and I'm just so confused. Okay, what way do we make the crane rotate? That right now is the million-dollar question. Which way does the crane rotate? We should have it, like, face this direction or something. Kind of like that. But that's too far forward. It's meant to be more like... that. Yeah, like that. And then we have the crane rope come down. Which is this prop. I don't understand what that was. I've never seen that before. That was so bizarre. Chat, have any of you ever seen like that? Have any of you ever seen that before? Where just a random prop that you've never seen before just kind of shows up out of nowhere? They've also got, like, this other kind of crane thing from Rig, but I don't think we need that one. I mean, like, I'm down to add that giant crane to, like, the shipping yard. Honestly, I feel like it adds a little more character to Outpost. Because, like, how else do they move these things, you know? That does prevent you from building around the crane, though. Which is interesting. This prop prevents you from building, like, next to the crane. I wonder if there's a way for me to fix that. Maybe there is. Let's see if that changes things. Aha! It does. Good. You can't build on the crane, which is kind of weird, but, you know. But there is a way for me to make you be able to build on the crane. Now, chat, have you guys ever heard of the particle? Have you ever heard the story of the dark tilted particle? You haven't? Well, allow me to show you the story of the dark tilted particle. Allow me to tell you the story of the dark tilted particle. And then we pull off this strategy I like to call circle trick. And then we pull off this strategy I like to call ogres have layers. I don't even need them like this. Like, I don't even think I need these ones right here. This particle, my friends, supports builds. And Epic knows that creators use this, so they refuse to fix it. In short, happy building on the crane. Problem solved. Couldn't build on the crane? Well, now you can. We fixed it. Alright. So, now that we added the crane to this thing, do we want anything hanging from the crane? Answer is yes. Yes, we do. But what, you may ask? Probably a shipping container. What else? It's a shipping yard. Naturally, a shipping container would be the one thing that we would have hanging from this. Is there, like, a thing that I could, like, have that hooked to, though? From, like, rig? Like, that thing has to carry something to, like, carry that. So is there, like, a hook or something that I can have, like, the crane hook onto? To, like, hook that thing there? Is there something like that? No, so we're just gonna pretend like there is. Wow. It's almost like there's a floating thing right here now that you can go inside of. You can't build on the higher parts? Okay, but mentions. Have you considered? You can't build on the higher parts because it's just not connected to the ground? Well, let me investigate that. Hold on, let me investigate that. This is probably just me thinking I'm a smartass at the end of the day. By Gatsby, he's right. That being said, the crane should still be able to support builds, in my opinion. Because, like, if you're falling down the side of the crane, like, you're not going to be able to build, right? And you won't be able to save yourself from a fall. So, in my opinion, the crane, like, structure should still be able to support builds. Go to Neo-Tilted? Alright, I'll go to Neo-Tilted. I know Neo-Tilted kind of has that whole, like, crane thing too, so... Yes, it does. It does have one, thank you. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna resize this. And hook it onto here. And instead of having that, we just have the steel pole that you can stand on. Is this a useless thing? Yes. Is it funny? Also yes. And honestly, I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. I should put like an ammo box on the end of it, like on the two ends of it. That should just be like an ammo box. Hey Munchie, how's it going? We're adding some map changes to some POIs. Outpost, for example, there was a random crane piece here and I didn't know how it got here. And there was also another crane floating up here. So I just decided to delete them both and I just felt like adding a crane. So we added a crane. So there's now a crane at Outpost and you can build on the side of it. Because, cool kid energy, I guess. Alright, next up was Blissful. With Blissful, what we wanted to do is we were going to change the zone height. And we were going to move the zone this way, ever so slightly. Nothing happened. It's fine. I am fine. There is nothing here that happened. And we're not going to talk about it. Understood. Okay, now it's roughly in the same spot. Drops is the most irritating thing in the world sometimes. Okay, where does the zone cover now? Not enough. It needs to be like directly in the middle of the bridge. Okay, so now the zone ends here. So... Wait, no, it ends on the purple mark. So where's the purple mark on this side? It cuts off the village. So again, it needs to be slightly moved this way. I mean, Blissful as a POI is just too big, but I don't think I can increase the zone size, like, any further. Because otherwise it'll be too inconsistent. So now the storm stops here, which is ever so slightly in the village. And here. Still over the building, so I can move it this way a little more once again. Just gotta make sure that the Blissful zone is, like, accurate, I guess. Right, so now, like, the building's there. How much of village is in zone? A little bit. Again, I'm going to move it this way slightly. Right, so now zone is 50% on that building. And then 50% in village. I'm fine with that. That's a better zone for Blissful, I think. It cuts off at the pool and the bridge. Yeah, that's a good zone for Blissful. What happened there? Drops. Drops happened there. I want to see if there's any other things I could maybe change. Okay. This might be a bit of an interesting change, but it's an important one. And I'm pretty sure you guys will consider it to be a welcome change as well. The cliffs need to change. I'm sorry, some of these cliffs need to change. Because of the fact that you can't build on them. This cliff, for example, you were not able to build on in the past. But now you can. And, like, I will just... What the fuck? What is that? I'm not even gonna question it. But I'll add, like, other stuff to the top of them. I just need the zones to, in the desert to be buildable. Because some of the desert zones right now you can't actually build in. Because of these cliffs, right? And it's a bit of a problem right now. Yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of these kind of cliffs, but you need to be able to build on top of them, so... It's kind of a requirement to include them. Because imagine a comp player just, like, joins the map. They land up here and they can't build. They're gonna think, what the hell is this? Like, they need to be able to build. So we kind of need that new terrain. That's out of zone, so it doesn't matter. This one is in zone. People will possibly land on top of that. So we're gonna get this large cliff piece. We're gonna shrink it down. We're gonna make it slightly larger. I'm just gonna kind of try and replicate the old terrain shape, because it's kind of like this, in a way. We have another one of those pieces over here. Yeah, it's like 3. More so like this, in a way. So yeah, that's fine. And then we can, once again, just add some, like, terrain and stuff on top of that. We can add some rocks sticking out. You can break. We'll add, like, a tree to the edge of it right here. It doesn't quite match the rest of the desert vibe, like... But it's important to be able to build on top of it. Like, the arid textures are different, but the fact that you can't build on top of the old terrain is kind of a problem. Especially for late game. Not as much with core Inaba, but with late game especially, yes. Western only had those 2. My bigger problem was with Oasis. Oasis had a much larger problem when it came to the terrain. And with this cliff right here, once again, we can just grab the tall, thin cliff that we had from over here and just, like, massively shrink it. To have it kind of be like that, because there's nothing there anyway in that cliff. So we can just kind of have it be like this. Add, like, a tree, a desert fern, and a rock on top of it. I guess I'll try and make it look a little more natural around here. If I go to the Gallery B buildable real quick, I'll get this piece. Just to kind of attempt to try and, like, merge the terrain designs. If you get what I mean. Because, like, the terrain textures for the new Arid and old Arid are way different. So, yeah, I guess we can try that. What are we doing? We're changing the desert zone for late game Inaba specifically to make it more playable in late game. Because you weren't able to build on some of these cliffs. For example, in this zone, you got this cliff and this cliff, which you just can't build on top of. So we actually need to remove these cliffs and replace them with the new terrain. I remember what they kind of looked like. to an extent. I know that this was a really tall cliff right here. Kind of like that. And then we had, like, a smaller cliff also, like, right out here, kind of like this. I need to shrink that down so I can place it. There we go. We had, like, a smaller cliff kind of like that. And then on top, we had a pointier cliff, kind of like this. Which I'll have just kind of stick out the top. Yeah, it doesn't look quite right, though. I mean, I guess we can just put, like, a smaller version of that up here. Kind of like that. But yeah, no, I feel like even though, like, this is obviously, like, not quite matching in terms of the desert design, it's important to make the change to the desert. Like, the desert rework for late game Inaba is very important. But I'm pretty sure it'll be a welcome one. Because, like, I'm pretty sure you guys don't really like the fact that the desert, you just weren't able to build in some of these areas. Like, even with core Inaba, I don't think you guys like that too much. So even in core Inaba, where we can't make that change anyway, at least we can make that change for late game Inaba, right? Like, I know you guys weren't the biggest fan of that, so by making this change, I'm pretty sure this will be a welcome one among all of you. Even if the terrain looks a little wonky because of the new terrain textures, it's a required change for the most part. It is definitely a required one. I mean, our next BR will very likely be, you know, using the new terrain anyway, so that won't be a problem. But it was a problem with our, like, this version of Inaba's desert. Don't get me wrong, I love this version of Inaba's desert. I do. I love the desert in the Inaba right now. But there's just some problems with it that, like, just needed to be fixed. I'm also trying to think if there's any other POIs we should kind of add, like, a rework to for Inaba late game. Chat, since there's 11 of you in chat right now, do you guys have any ideas on, like, what zones we can rework for late game Inaba? What are these pings that I have in a group chat? But if you guys have any suggestions on POIs that need a rework, let me know and we will change them. Because I'm pretty sure any POI in this map that needed a rework more than anything else was Obscured Oasis. Like, I think this was the #1, like, rework POI. Like, no POI in this map screamed rework more than Obscured did. For late game, especially. Like, I love late game arena for Inaba, and there are no problems with it in my opinion. Like, I think it's pretty much perfect, but some zones just needed that design rework. And the most important one was definitely Oasis. No doubt. I also need to put loot on the top of these new cliffs. That's kind of important. We'll likely do a loot pool as well, like a new loot pool for the season. Obviously we don't have chrome weapons yet, but we can still make season adjustments. For example, the hunter bolt I want to add in, because it's part of the season loot pool. Do we have any, like, chests just kind of vibing around? Yeah, we have this chest. Do I have any chest slots? I do have a chest slot. Okay, I kind of want a chest, like, down here. Onto, like, this cliff ledge. And that cliff ledge. There we go. But yeah, this is just a required update. And then even with this, like, one right here, right? Like, this cliff right here needs to be reworked. Now let's shrink the height, because that's the one that's causing the most problems right now for placing this. I need to, like, rotate this slightly. I feel like it's too tall right now. Shrink it down a little bit. There we go. And then just all the pieces, but smaller. Go right here. And like that. I mean, it's different, but it works, I guess. Bruh. When your mouse stops responding. But, you know, like, chat, please let me know if there's any POIs you want to see reworked in this version of Inaba. Like, if you have any issues with any POIs on the map, please let me know now. Because this is when I'm, I guess, making map changes to some of these POIs for late game. The desert being, obviously, the most important one. But yeah, like I said, I'm sure this will be a welcome change to the desert. I'm sure people will be okay with these changes that we're making. I don't see people getting too angry about it. Alright, let's see here. Also, I might hold, like, a poll on Twitter for what POI you guys would like to see for the late game render. Because we are getting a render made for Inaba late game, and I would really like to see your opinions on what POI you guys would like to see in the render. At the minute, I'm thinking Fabled Falls, but it's up to you guys at the end of the day. We could change it to Tropical Tides, for example. We could change it to Outpost. We could make it like Western Wilds. It's up to you guys what POI we have in the render. You want wooded in the render? Maybe, maybe. By the way, we've got that, like, new cliff there that's, like, on the border of zone. That you can box up on and, you know, it's there. But, you know, if there's any zone, I think that'll be the most enjoyable with the new rework with the grapple gloves will be the desert. It'll be the desert for sure. This rock right here just isn't in zone period, so we don't need to touch it. We don't need to rework that one. Neither with this one. It was only, like, the ones that are, like, in a zone that you can actually land on that were needed to be reworked. And it was those ones. Okay. Let's fly over the other POI, see if there's anything that needs to be reworked. I don't think Grim Graves as a zone needs anything reworked. Like, you got the Wooded Wells kind of area up here. Like, on the cliff. Like, maybe we could add a tall, like, some tall grass or some bush up here. Kind of like this, perhaps. Just to kind of make it look a little prettier. And we'll add some bushes to the edge here as well. Because those are, you know... Like this, that's kind of like a high combat area. So, like, I want to kind of give some stealth play potential there too. But in all seriousness, though, I don't think any zone here needs a rework. In Grim Graves, at least. Actually, does Hollow have a collectible still? I don't think it does. Alright, Caldera. Does Caldera need a rework? Let's see. Maybe less foliage. The problem with Caldera is the amount of foliage in it. The container one, you mean, Outpost? Maybe, maybe. The only rework for Caldera, I think, would possibly be less cover and less foliage. But I'll let Nebula handle that. Tropical doesn't need one. I don't think Tropical needs a rework. I don't think there's a single... Jesus, I don't know what that was. I just went up to, like, max height. Yeah, I don't think Tropical needs... Oh, not Tropical. Treasure Trove doesn't need to rework, I don't think. Crystal Cavern. This probably needs a rework. Because this zone if you're in the cave, sucks. I'm sorry. This zone sucks. Like, as a cave. So there needs to be a way in and out of the cave from the roof for Crystal Cavern. For late game, at least. At least just for late game. There needs to be a way in and out of the roof. Okay. The container won't be cool for... Yeah. Hold on, I've already read that. Alright, let's see. Alright, let me get shock terrain. We're gonna need to fix this, interestingly, I guess. Okay, let's see. So, we need to kind of have it go like this, kind of. And like this obviously means changing the layout of Crystal Cavern slightly. But, like, the fact that there's no way in and out of the cave other than the two side entrances, when the storm is like directly on them, it's toxic. It is horrible. It is not good for a late game zone. And I think instead of just removing crystal from late game, I think we should just add a hole to the ceiling. Kind of like in Spy Royale. I just think this is like an important map change, you know? Okay. And this is where we get, like, proper, like, shark terrain pieces, like the shark wall. And we have it kind of go around the corner like this. I just realized I'm using, like, these pieces in the wrong spots. We're meant to have these pieces here. Alright. You know, reworking Crystal Cavern, like, again, has been on my mind for a while for Inaba late game. Just for the point in, like, and meta that, like, late game, this POI just isn't fun. Like, it is just not a fun location in Inaba late game. By any means. I'm thinking maybe the render instead of Fabled Falls could maybe take place at Tropical Tides. But, I don't know. We need to open up the ceiling. Oh, would you look at that? It's where the rift is. I'm gonna patch this up, don't worry, chat. We're not completely, like, deleting Crystal Cavern. We're just changing it and its layout to match the new terrain changes that we're making. Because if it doesn't work with the new terrain changes, you know, it's gonna kind of suck. That also means we have to make terrain changes here, too. Because all of that, honestly, I could just yeet. Sometimes I question my own stupidity. Alright, there we go. So there's now a way into Crystal Cavern, right? I'm gonna patch it up to make it look prettier, obviously. Like, of course I will. For example, vines. Where are the vines? We'll have, like, vines hanging from the ceiling. At, like, different elevations. And another thing I might do here as well is I'll get all of the, like, wooden walls and stuff from the mine and kind of just have them be, like, along this bottom platform here. Kind of like this. It helps cover up this kind of, like, terrain wall that we got right here. I mean, this wall right here is a bit of an issue. You can build there, but, you know. We're gonna have to go into building to prop for this one. Which usually in a BR, I say is a no-go. But you should still be able to build right here, hopefully. What is the notification that we have on stream? Sergi, thank you for subscribing. Very appreciate that. Alright. Let me go to Mine Gallery real quick. I want to see if there's any, like, props that will be a good fit for, like, above here. Oh, this. This is perfect. As you can probably imagine. I'm gonna have, like, rocks surrounding the entrance to this mine as well. So, like, the entrance to, like, falling into the Crystal Cavern mine. And another thing as well is if I do this. Hey, look. Now we have a thing here. Smile. I wonder if there will ever be any problems with this map design. Probably not. Look at that. Sweet. If we have any, like, just wooden pillars as well, kind of like this one, I could, like, have those, like, come down from the ceiling here. In, like, some spots to kind of, like, hold up, like, this mine, like, gap in the ceiling. Like that. Maybe, like, more so here, in this corner. Yeah, that's better. Sweet. Now there's a way to get in from the ceiling. And out from the ceiling. The rework that Crystal Cavern needed and deserved. Because don't get me wrong, I love Crystal Cavern, but this POI, it's not the best for gameplay design right now. Especially in this map. Another example of... let me go to Shark Terrain again. What if we used this piece? I think that's the extra large cap. No, never mind, it's not. Let me go back to... Actually, I have an idea. Temperate rock. A stupid idea, but an idea nonetheless. It doesn't match at all. Never mind, it is a stupid idea. In that case, I can just resize this. To make it, like, fit with the edge right here. And then we get this piece. On grid snap 32. To align it. Like that. I don't think there was ever a problem here, chat. There was never one problem. Ever. Alright, now we just kind of make the surrounding terrain. Crystal Cavern's most important rework. Don't get me wrong, I love Inaba late game already, but I feel like these gameplay changes will just make it, like, miles better. And just a way better, like, consumer experience, you know? Like, Crystal Cavern, like, is already a kind of, like, mid-zone, I think. In my personal opinion. So just by adding these gameplay changes to it, it's already improving it by a mile. Because this is already a very problematic zone as is. Alright. And then we get, like, resized versions of these. Once again, make them slightly bigger. Place one there. One there. Elevate the crystal up. Delete that bush for a minute. I'll put it back down after. Once I'm done with my rework of Crystal Cavern for late game. Personally, I feel like even in regular Inaba, if we had the memory to do it, this would be a good rework for Crystal Cavern. It would, and you guys can't deny that. Like, Crystal Cavern kind of needs this. And I'm all for it. Is there any other maps or, like, zones in late game Inaba right now, chat, while I'm working on reworking some of the POIs, that you would want to see reworked? And if there's any issues with any of them that you guys may or may not know about that I kind of forgot about? Because if there is, please speak up. And I will go and fix those POIs right now. I'll increase the height of that. There we go. Just so that we actually have some, like, you know, height and terrain variation going on. I'll also improve the design of the, like, central hole to Crystal Cavern. The rifts need to be moved slightly. Let me get the, environmental rift. And move it here. So both rifts are still there. Let's see here. Once again, I'm gonna get some, like, vines and stuff right here. To kind of, like, hang off the side. Just kind of adds a bunch of, like, sick environmental design. That improves the design of the new hole to Crystal Cavern. The way in from the ceiling. That way, if there's a kid camping in here, they can still head to the middle of the zone, right? And there's still a way to get down to them if they're in the cave. Which was easily the biggest flaw of Crystal Cavern. By far. By far its biggest flaw. And we fixed that. I just gotta work on its design a little more to improve that. Is there any just, like, natural rocks in this cave? There's coal. But not really any natural rocks, which is kind of an issue. There's this natural rock. That works. If I shrink this down, I can kind of put this natural rock kind of, like, surrounding the, outside, here. So it's not just kind of like a random, like, overhang of sorts. Once again, we're gonna move the rifts. Why wouldn't we? Always gotta move them. I'll move them to here. There we go. I want to kind of change the rotation on these as well, so it's not all just kind of like the same all the time. There you go. Slightly better. We got this. Alright, let's see. All these rocks are breakable too. Keep that in mind. But it's not just the rocks here that I want to add to kind of like, I guess add to the design of the like cavern hole or whatever. Like I kind of want to add some like rocks maybe on the side of the wall right here. Because I don't really like the fact there's just kind of like an overhang here. Kind of looks kind of weird. It's like maybe I can like add some like rocks kind of like this perhaps. I mean that's okay. It makes it like less of an overhang. It also kind of means that I can like dangle vines from some of these rocks too. Kind of like that. A W rework if I say so myself. Because this zone was in dire need of it. Oh, jeez. Alright, rework possibly over. I'm just wondering if there's anything I should add here other than like just the hole, like in the ceiling. I have an idea. If I kind of get this, kind of like with the builder prop, I can just kind of have like a couple of them like sticking out the top, kind of like around the corners of this. So it's like, hey, yeah, no, this is dangerous. Careful where you step, you know? There's already rocks here, but like, careful where you step. Alright. I like that. It's a nice change to Blissful. It's a needed one. The other thing I think maybe as well is we should have some crystals like hanging from like the edges of like the wooden boards here. Kind of like maybe we can have like a quartz crystal there, maybe one there. Just kind of like that, you know? Like have some quartz crystals hanging from the wall. I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Alright. That is our rework to Crystal Cavern. The holy rework has finally happened. There is now a hole in the top of it. That goes down below. I need to take a screenshot of that and send it to Pyro. Hold up. Alright, that's a good rework. That's a good rework. Alright. Hopefully that makes Crystal Cavern a little more bearable. For endgame, like, scenario zones, right? I think it will. In the long run, I think it will. Is there any other zones that need a rework? Lighthouse is buildable. But you cannot build on these ones. So, we're going to go back over here and visit our old friend, Gotham Particle. Because the fact that you can't build in these corner pieces is uh-oh cringe. And now you can. You can also build down here. You can build on the side of the lighthouse. But you cannot build, you weren't able to build on these. But now you can. Because that was uh-oh cringe. Like, any other reworks? I don't think Tropical needs a rework. Shroomy doesn't need a rework. I think Shroomy is fine how it is. The crane was added to Outpost, which isn't really a rework, it's just more of a redesign. Silent doesn't need one. Silent is fine. Do we add an Imagines zone? Nah, but there is one. There is a collectible that Imagines. Actually, there is a change with Shroomy. I just remembered. Shroomy Sanctuary has a change that needs to be made. Goodbye collectible. Lake Mist doesn't need one. Blissful's got its rework. It's just a repositioned storm. I don't think any other zone needs a rework. That being said, we could add in some new zones. Pirate Plunders, I don't know, though. Like, maybe we can, like, in the future, we can add maybe zones for Pirate Plunders, Imagines, Bliss Mountain, like, in the direct middle of the map. Desperate Dumps could possibly have a zone in the future. Like, I'm just thinking of more possible zones we could add in future versions of the map. But I don't think we're going to need to add them right now. I think that's a good change. I'll do a loot pool update for the map off stream in a moment. And you guys will see these changes made, hopefully, soon. Hold up. Alright. But, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Peace.